Hey guys, today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I haven't got anything new in my collection recently that I can talk about, so I decided I'm going to go back and kind of give a review of some of my favorite pieces that I have, movies, books, etc. And today I want to talk about a movie that has a special place in my heart. It's a unique one for Stephen King because it's the only movie that's a screenplay that never appeared in any other form as a book, as a short story or anything. It was the only one that he ever wrote specifically to be made into a movie. And of course, I'm talking about 1992's Sleepwalkers. Now, I actually remember when this movie was coming out. How old was I in '92? Gosh, I was in Watertown, South Dakota, and me and my friend Darren, we were waiting for this movie to come out. And the first weekend it was out, we went and saw that Saturday matinee, and I loved it. I was always a big fan of Stephen King, so I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I do. I have fond memories of that little tiny two theater in Watertown, going and seeing it. So it's got a special place in my heart because I have that memory, that fond memory. But so anyway, it's an interesting movie just for a couple of reasons. It's the only one that he ever wrote as a screenplay specifically. It's also got a lot of cameos in it. It's got, of course, a Stephen King cameo, as he's wont to do. He always shows up in all of his stuff for the most part. But it's also got Clive Barker in it, too, which is really cool. And then I also heard that it had John Landis in it, and I'm not 100% sure on that one. But also at the very beginning, we have none other than Luke Skywalker himself, Mark Hamill. He's playing the sheriff at the very beginning of the movie. And I guess it's an uncredited role, so he's not actually in the credits. But if you go back and watch the scene, it's him. It's totally him. So that's kind of cool. A couple other things about this one. It's got one of the most interesting death scenes in any Stephen King adaptation that I've ever seen, involving a corn cob. Now, I don't want to give out any spoilers, but for people who haven't seen it, but for those who have, the corn cob scene, you know what I'm talking about. So if you go and check it out, it's a very, just let's say you should always carry a corn cob for self-defense if you ever need it, because they're a lot more dangerous than you think. Basically, the whole concept of the movie is, for those who haven't seen it, is it's almost like a mother and son vampire incestuous couple. They're like the last of their species, and they're basically, cats don't like them and can hurt them, and they're just trying to survive by feeding on youth. So they travel from town to town, and the son seduces a young virginal girl, and then takes her life force and then feeds it to his mother, and then that's how they survive. It's kind of a unique take on a vampire type legend. I kind of like the uniqueness of it. I think this, frankly, would be a cool one if they could really redo in modern times, with the special effects, the transformation effects and everything. I think that would be really cool. Now, the couple of stars in it, it actually stars Brian Krause. He plays the son, shapeshifter vampire creature. And the interesting thing about him, I know him from Charmed, so I don't know if you ever watched Charmed, but he played Leo, the White Lighter. So interesting. But he apparently didn't make it to the premiere of the movie because he was in jail for parking tickets. I just found that out today, so I thought that was kind of interesting. And then the mother was played by Alice, and I always mispronounce her name, so I apologize. Alice Craig. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but she played the Borg Queen in Star Trek, so might know her from there. But she was also, kind of roundabout connection to Stephen King again, she was in Ghost Story, written by Peter Straub, which of course he wrote a book with The Talisman and Black House, so there's a neat little connection there too. Also, kind of interesting fact about this that I found out today is the design of the cat transformation monster creature. The original design they didn't use, so they went with a second design for that movie. But if you want to see what the original design was, you can actually watch the made for TV movie The Tommyknockers. Apparently, they recycled the original costume from Sleepwalkers into the alien costumes from Tommyknockers. So when you're seeing those aliens and Tommyknockers, that's what the monsters in the Sleepwalkers would originally look like. So I think it's a really good movie. It's cheesy. It's not, doesn't take itself too seriously. It's a fun kind of popcorn movie. You wanna just have something to kill some time and enjoy. You don't have to put a lot of thought into it. It's got some fun actors in it too. We got Ron Perlman, which he's, love everything he's in. Beauty and the Beast even. But yeah, no, better known as Hellboy more recently. Him in those movies as well. It's also got, oh, I'm trying to think who else. I don't remember the actor's name, but he was in Beetlejuice. He was the interior designer guy. But yeah, that's about all that I think I have for this one. There again, if you have seen it and you enjoyed it or you have an opinion on it, please comment below. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. If you've got about an hour and a half to kill, it's definitely worth it. Oh, another random fact that I think is kind of fun in this one is the parents in this one of the young girl are actually the same couple who played Ferris Bueller's parents in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And I guess the reason for that is they were actually married in real life at the time when the movie was filmed, so they worked together a lot. But I just thought that was kind of fun too. So hope everyone's staying safe and keep reading, and leave a comment below.